Welcome back to another video where I unbox and review the new PS5 Slim. Although it doesn't say it on the box, it is the new slimmer, smaller version of the PlayStation 5. This is actually the bundle which you can find at Costco. It includes Modern Warfare 3 and a charging base for 2 controllers, in addition to a extra special camo DualSense controller. So here we're unboxing the charging base first, which has a very cool design. It actually just looks like a smaller version of the PS5. It connects via its proprietary port, so it's not like USB-C. This is the current and only generation of the charging base. So that has not been updated for the updated PS5 Slim, as it shouldn't be. It's quite a simple accessory. And the controllers slide in really nicely. There's not a latch or anything, so they just sit. And this is the DualSense controller, which also is not updated. It is the same DualSense controller you could have bought earlier this year or a few years ago. It just has a very cool camo print on it. However, the camo print has mini PS logos, PlayStation logos in the camo if you look very closely. But I do quite like it. I really love the functionality of the PlayStation controllers over the Xbox controllers, even though I'm an Xbox user. So let's get to the console. As I unbox it, I want to talk a little bit about the specs of this device, which are the same as the previous or current version of the PS5, which is larger. It still supports 8K graphics at 60 Hz or 4K at 120 Hz of refresh rate. And you can get a slim version with no disk drive or the version with the disk drive. And the disk drive is easily removable. You can take it off and put a different plate on it to make it look like the version that does not include a disk drive. So they've really doubled down on the small customizability of this console. Now let's get more to the internals, which are unchanged. The AMD Ryzen Zen 2 has 8 cores and 16 threads with a variable frequency up to 3.5 GHz. The GPU is an AMD Radeon RDNA graphics engine, 10.28 teraflops, 36 CUs at 2.23 GHz with ray tracing acceleration. And the RAM is 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 and 445 gigabits per second bandwidth. Internal storage is 1 terabyte, and you can actually update that with your own SSD. And the optical drive is still a 4K UHD Blu-ray drive with 100 gigabyte discs read speed. And this, of course, supports 4K at 120 Hz TVs and 8K TVs. And supports audio at the Tempest 3D audio tech. Here you can see what the console looks like on its side. Very slim and easy to put into a TV console. Alright, so I have been using the PlayStation 5 Slim. It's not officially called Slim, but the newer, slimmer version of the PlayStation for a little while now. And, well, here's the verdict. So first off, internally, it's essentially the same as the current or now outdated version of the PlayStation 5, the big chunky one. And the only difference as far as customizability or hardware wise is that one, the fan on the motherboard is a bit smaller, and the disk drive is very easily removable. So if you wanted, you could get a different plate for the area where the disk drive is and make it even slimmer if you are not the kind of person who needs any discs and downloads all their games. It is a 1 terabyte console, and you can upgrade the storage quite easily as well. It's also behind the right side plates. As far as gameplay goes, very similar to the outgoing PS5. Graphics look great. I really enjoyed using it. I am an Xbox user and I always have been, but it's really cool to see what PlayStation offers as far as the software and the hardware. I think the controllers are very cool and have a lot of tech, but as far as the layout, I do prefer Xbox, and I think a lot of other people do as well, but all the tech that they cram in there is fantastic. I also have the charging base for the controllers, and that's nice to be able to recharge them, unlike Xbox, which still uses batteries that you have to replace. So in addition to playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I did notice that unlike on Xbox, it really is the situation that you have to stick with PS5 games. If you want to play PS4 games, you do have to have either the PS Plus membership, which there's 3 tiers, or you have to purchase them, but not every game is available. Whereas with Xbox, you could even put in an original Xbox, like the first Xbox games into an Xbox Series X and still play them. Whereas you could not do that with a PS5. So on Xbox Series X, you can put in Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and of course the newer games in there. They will all work. So if you're someone who has a lot of discs from older consoles, just keep that in mind as well. As far as positioning wise and the physical aspect of the new console, it is so nice that it is much slimmer and it's shallower in depth. So the older console would take up quite a lot of space, and a lot of times you would see people put it on the side of their TV console, but now you can actually fit the whole PS5 in the TV console, and it comes with these little plastic stands to put it on its side. It's not the most elegant way to do it, but it works. And if you want, you can stand it up upright and you can buy a separate stand, but it's not necessary. All the venting really is on the top and looks very similar to the original PS5, although with less, like fins on the venting areas. So it's just kind of free flowing. And like I mentioned, the fan is smaller and there's less thermo engineering on the motherboard, so there's less heat sinks, but it still seems to perform well and doesn't get loud while using it. But that's it for this quick review of the PS5 Slim. I hope you enjoy it. It is available almost everywhere now. Watch out because they're still selling the old one right next to it at a lot of places like Costco, Target, Walmart. So make sure you get the new one because it's just better and it's the same price. And there's a lot of good bundles for the holidays. Starts at around $500 and without the disc drive at $450. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.